Hello students. In our last video we discussed about preparation of colloids. Okay, right now we'll discuss about the purification of colloids. Colloidal solutions which are obtained from different methods, usually not pure, those are impure. So we need to purify those colloidal solutions. See here, usually colloidal solution contains dispersion medium and a dispersed phase. Dispersed phase means colloidal particle. These are two main components of colloidal solution. These are two components of colloidal solution. In addition to these two, colloidal solution may contain crystalloid particles. Crystalloid, true solution, both are same. Crystalloid particles means like electrolytes, NaCl, HCl, salts. So crystalloid particles, which are also called as true solution particles, these and along with these some other soluble impurities will be present. These are ions. Because these crystalloids are nothing but electrolytes, these are small molecules. These collectively act as impurities here. So these impurities may destabilize the colloidal solution, may decrease the stability of a colloidal solution. That's why we need to remove these impurities from colloidal solution. So what is purification means? Process of removal of impurities, these impurities from colloidal solution is nothing but purification of colloids. Okay, this purification can be done by using dialysis, electrodialysis. Third one, ultracentrifugation and filtration. Okay, ultracentrifugation not included in our syllabus. So ultrafiltration and electrodialysis and dialysis we will discuss about one by one. Okay, now come to dialysis. Here this is a bag, parchment paper bag, otherwise animal membrane bag. So this is a bag which contains colloidal solution. Okay, this bag is made up of animal membrane, otherwise parchment paper, otherwise cellophane sheet also. So this material act as a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, this bag is made up of animal membrane which consists of colloidal solution. This suspended in water. This bag is suspended in water. Okay, here this is fresh water. Fresh water entered into the tank. Okay, see, this is water plus impurities removed out. Therefore water is continuously flowing into this tank. Okay, and continuously removed out also. Okay, this is inlet, this is outlet for water. Here water and impurities are removed out. This is fresh water. Okay, now how to remove impurities, from colloidal solution we will see here. See, this is blue shaded blue circle. This particle is a colloidal particle. This is a dispersed phase. Okay, these are impurities. These black circles. These are crystalloid particles, otherwise the true solution particles. Usually these are small in size. True solution particles or crystalloid particles are small, whereas colloidal particles are big. These are big in size. Okay, now here this is animal membrane which act as a semi-permeable membrane. See here, this animal membrane having a pores like this. This is animal membrane. So through these pores, see here, through these pores, this is semi-permeable membrane. So here these crystalloid particles easily pass through, but colloidal particle being a big one, here pore size is small but colloidal particle size is big. That's why it can't flow. Therefore animal membrane act as a semi-permeable membrane. This is a semi-permeable membrane. Small pores will be there. Through those pores, these crystalloid particles can pass through this animal membrane and enter into the water. Okay, So in this way, these crystalloid particles are removed out from the this bag, whereas colloidal particles remains in the bag itself only. Why? Because colloidal here through this membrane, true solution particles, otherwise crystalloid particles can pass through this animal membrane, but colloidal solution cannot. Colloidal particles cannot pass through this animal membrane. This is the principle here. Here crystalloid particles can pass through animal membrane, whereas colloidal particle cannot pass through animal membrane. That's why these true solution particles are removed from the colloidal solution. These comes out of the bag. Okay, whereas colloidal particles and dispersion medium both are left behind in the bag. Therefore, pure colloidal solution left behind in the parchment paper bag. So these removed crystalloid particles are went out along with the water. So in this way we can purify. Okay. This total arrangement is known as a dialyzer. This is called, this apparatus is known as dialyzer. Okay, what is dialysis? Dialysis is a process removal of impurities from colloidal solution by using diffusion through a semi-permeable membrane. Here crystalloid particles are migrates through semi-permeable membrane. That process migrates from colloidal solution to water through semi-permeable membrane. That is nothing but diffusion. So with the help of diffusion we are able to separate impurities from colloidal solution. Removal of impurities from colloidal solution by using diffusion through a semi-permeable membrane is nothing but dialysis. This process is slow process. Okay, this is about this apparatus is known as dialyzer. In human body, kidney act as a dialyzer which removes impurities from blood. It purifies blood. Unwanted impurities are removed by the kidney. Unwanted impurities removed from blood by the kidney in our body. Artificial dialyzers are used for the removal of impurities from blood in case of kidney patients. Okay, for patients those who suffer from kidney diseases, artificial dialyzers are used for purifying their blood. Okay, this is about dialysis. Now come to electrodialysis. See, only small difference between dialysis and electrodialysis. Here, electrodialysis takes place only in the presence of electric field. Here, extra two metal plates are placed. Okay, here cathode, here anode. So this connected to battery's terminal and potential difference is maintained. Therefore, now if electrolysis process carried out in electric field, then dialysis process carried out in the presence of electrodes, then such dialysis is known as electrodialysis. Here, what is electrodialysis means? Dialysis under the influence of electric field. Here, dialysis process carried out in the presence of electrodes. Such dialysis is said to be electrodialysis. Okay. Here, especially when this colloidal solution having electrolytic impurities, when colloidal solution having electrolytic impurities, then we can use electrodialysis. So here, see these are the colloidal particles. These are the electrolytic impurities. Electrolyte means it is a combination of cation and anion. So okay, this cation, this anion, cation. So when electrolytic impurities are present in colloidal solution, we can use electrodialysis. Therefore, here see the negative anions attracted by anode B, because anode is a positive one. Being a positive plate, it attracts anions towards itself. See, this cathode is a negative. Being a negative one, this plate is a negative one. Being a negative plate, it attracts cations towards itself. Therefore, these ions both cation and anion comes out of the bag very quickly under the influence of electric field. Therefore, now this colloidal solution free from electrolytic impurities. In this way, colloidal solution is purified by using electrodialysis process. See, this is a fast process. This applicable when colloidal solution having electrolytic type impurities. Okay, this is about electrodialysis. Now we will see our third method, ultra filtration. Now come to our third method, ultrafiltration. See here colloidal solution filtered by using ultrafilter papers. Okay, first we will see what are ultrafilter papers. Okay, see this is ordinary filter paper. Ordinary filter paper. Okay, see in ordinary filter paper, this is ordinary filter paper. This is pores in the ordinary filter paper. See here, when colloidal solution, this is a colloidal particle. When this colloidal solution passed through ordinary filter paper, these colloidal particles are passed through these big pores, and when colloidal solution passed through ordinary filter paper, colloidal particles and true solution particles and dispersion medium all pass through the filter paper, nothing left behind on the filter paper. So here our aim is we need to separate colloidal particles. From that of solvent and soluble impurities. When we use ordinary filter paper, including colloidal particles pass through the filter paper, nothing left behind on the filter paper. That's why this ordinary filter paper is not suitable for the separation of colloidal particle from solvent and soluble impurities. That's why this ordinary filter paper is soaked in colloidin solution. Okay, this is colloidin solution, otherwise gelatin solution. This is 4% solution of nitrocellulose in a mixture of alcohol and ether. So such solution is known as colloidin solution. So when ordinary filter paper is soaked in colloidin solution or gelatin, then what happens? Filter paper pores are somewhat, these pores are reduced to pore size is reduced. Okay, later this filter paper is further soaked in formaldehyde. In this step, filter paper little bit hardened by passing through formaldehyde, hardening. Therefore, after these two steps, ordinary filter paper turns to ultra filter paper. In ultra filter paper, pores are small. Therefore, when we pores are small, pores are like this. Okay, colloidal particle, when we pass through this colloidal particle, therefore here it won't pass through ultra filter paper. Therefore only solvent being these are small particles, solvent and soluble solutes. These two particles pass through ultra filter paper, but colloidal particles are not pass through colloidal particles do not pass through ultra filter paper, whereas solvent and soluble salts pass through ultrafilter paper. Therefore, colloidal particles remains on the ultrafilter paper. These colloidal particles are separated and mixed with dispersion medium. Then we will get a pure colloidal solution. Pure colloidal solution. See here, this is ultrafilter paper. Ultrafilter paper pores are small, so colloidal particles are not able to pass through these pores. Therefore, colloidal particles are trapped over the ultrafilter paper, whereas remaining solvent and soluble salts pass through ultrafilter paper. Therefore, we are able to separate colloidal particles from these two. Therefore, these colloidal particles are separated and mixed with a dispersion medium in order to get a pure colloidal solution. Okay, in this way, colloidal particles are separated from solvent and soluble salts. So, this process is known as ultrafiltration. What is ultrafiltration? Separation of colloidal particles from solvent and soluble solute particles by using ultrafilter paper is known as ultrafiltration. So, over ultrafilter paper, colloidal particles are trapped. Those colloidal particles are removed and mixed with the dispersion medium in order to get a pure colloidal solution. This method is known as ultrafiltration. In order to get ultrafilter papers, first we need to take ordinary filter paper. This ordinary filter paper should be soaked in colloidal solution. So later this filter paper further soaked in formaldehyde for the purpose of hardening. Then finally we will get ultrafilter papers. In ultrafilter paper, pores are small. These small pores are does not allow colloidal particles to pass through them. These small pores does not allows colloidal particles to pass through the filter paper. Therefore, colloidal particles are trapped over the ultrafilter paper. Those are separated and mixed with the dispersion medium in order to get a pure colloidal solution. This method is known as ultrafiltration. Here we discussed about dialysis, electrodialysis, ultrafiltration. Centrifugation method is there, but that is not included. Just you remember about that is one of the purification method. This is about purification of colloids. Okay, thank you.